The following commercial is brought to you by Green Gang.
Yeah. Sheesh.
Okay.
I said the only thing that worries me is, holy shit, Dilly, you were not lying about Canada. Holy mother of God. I don't know if I've ever fucking hit a ball that left the bat that fucking fast before. 108.
Following content you're about to see is what is expected from the Hot Take Podcast.
I go by Dom
What's going on, everybody? It's Coquito.
Casamigos Tequila.
Little bottle of Patron right here. Little, still in the proper 12. It's kind of too bright, can't really see it, but yeah, it's a little bottle of vodka there.
Jordan Woods has just did the Bust It Down challenge, ladies and gentlemen. And Lord have mercy.
It's just incredible the thing that this guy is doing, and damnly, nearly averaging a triple double. But I mean, definitely my favorite Jordan moment is probably that switch hands, man, in the finals. I mean, I think people like really underestimate like how hard that move is.
I'm like, whoever wrote this, your mom's
Cleveland, this is for you.
Leave
Oh,
it
man.
there. What else more is there to say?
Yeah, that was. See, it's different for me because I listen to all types of music. It's a different genres, so I'm kind of like in that weird section. Bro, that's not funny. That wasn't a joke. I mean, am I a comedian?
I go.
I don't even want to answer the question. Yo, we are here with another episode of the Hot Take Podcast. I'm your boy Dime.
What's going on, everybody? It's Coquito.
The Hot Take Podcast is here with another episode. Appreciate y'all for tuning in. Shout out to Indiana Sports Talk for popping in on the YouTube side. We appreciate you 100%, man, for sure. We got us a nice little episode today. Today we got a few little topics. The first topic before we get into the main discussion, we're going to talk about what happened the other night in UFC. Conor McGregor rematch with Dustin Poirier did not go as well as planned because Conor McGregor got hurt his leg, and the match was pretty much over. So the question I want to ask you, Coquito, is Conor McGregor done?
No. I think, in a sense, he's done, but not done. And I say why I say that is I think the matchup just with him and Poirier is just not a good matchup for him. I think that's just one guy that just has his number at every aspect. If they want to stand up, if they want to go to the ground, and I just don't see him being Poirier. Poirier just been getting better. It seems like after every fight, he's just getting better and better. Conor just stayed that same guy that buzzed through the UFC, won his 2 titles, and he's kind of still the same fighter. So I think he needs kind of like not a tune-up fight, but kind of fight somebody like how he did Donald Cerrone, somebody lower than him, and just get himself back in that groove. But yeah, I don't think he's done yet. I still think he's good enough to beat the people that are under him.
Okay, yeah, I like Conor too, man. Definitely, he wants to go for the big fights. I think he should just take it slow too, because I mean, I don't want him getting embarrassed again on national television. Only person that's hurting more than us is Chad Ochocinco, because he puts money on him every fight, and it just doesn't end well.
I think he's the curse. I think everybody so far he's bet on just so now I'm kind of gonna see whoever Ochocinco bets on. Let's bet on the other side, because we might win.
Yeah, with 100%. Another person that's coming back, Lamar Odom. He said he's going to box again in that celebrity boxing event that they always do. Who would you want him to fight?
I mean, I think everybody pretty much wants to see him and Tristan. I feel like that's the only matchup for Lamar Odom. I think other than that, I don't think nobody will care who else he fights unless it's Tristan. So I definitely want to see those two go at it.
Yep, I was about to say Tristan Thompson too. So great minds think alike. That would definitely be a fight. So yeah, be careful out there, Lamar, because what he said to you, I don't think you playing. But the next topic of discussion is one of my favorite things. NBA 2K22 cover athletes has been announced. Dirk, Kareem, and KD has a cover. Luka has his own cover, and Candace Parker has her own cover. First time ever for 2K. Shout out to Candace Parker, man. Let me get your thoughts on these cover athletes.
Yeah, well, off rip, I think the Candace, I think that's the biggest W out of all of them. I would honestly, I wouldn't have been mad if it would have just been her, like not even with Luka, just like completely her.
I wouldn't have been mad if it wasn't Luka either. But go ahead.
Well, I mean, what edition is hers though?
I think that's a standard edition. I think she's like a special cover edition. You know how you get the flap, and maybe. I think that's the one for her. Is
it like two standard editions? Because I know Luka's like a standard, and then he's the cross gen bundle, and then
exactly
the other guys. So I mean, listen, I buy my games digital, but if there's a way for me to get the Candace one, I'm definitely doing that.
Absolutely.
But yeah, man, I mean, I think 2K did a good cover athlete this year. This one's I actually really like.
Yeah, I think they get their own My Career this year as well for the WNBA, which would probably be dope. That's good streaming content as well. I think that was a rumor.
Well, they added a little bit of it last year. I mean, just in a sense, they added the WNBA in it. So, I mean, I'll definitely like to see them just keep growing with it and definitely make a My Park of the WNBA. So, I mean, let's see what's gonna happen.
All right, before we hop into the next topic, for a future NBA 2K cover, who would you want to see on there?
For future one?
Mm-hmm. It could be anybody in the world. And even if it's a Knicks player, I wouldn't be mad.
A future? I mean, this is probably just being biased, but I definitely want a Russell Westbrook cover.
That would be fire.
I definitely want. I think that one is well deserved. So I'll definitely go for Westbrook.
Yeah, you can get one it'll be like a next gen, like a changing of the guards, right? Because Russell was ahead of his time. Maybe you get like a Russ and a John Morant.
I mean, listen, right? This year's 22, so next year will be 23. I mean, what kind of addition that will be if you put the person who in a sense won a triple crown? So I mean, 23 Westbrook 3, that MVP. Nice. Yeah, I mean, go put some stuff together there.
Yeah. That would be dope for sure. Or you can get like a triple-double cover. Get like him or
that's what I'm saying.
Or something like that. Yeah,
triple-double. Yeah, for
the
23.
That would be dope.
That would be fire.
Yeah, that would be fire.
2K, just if y'all steal my idea, just send a check my way. Just letting you know.
All right, so LeBron, per rumor that dropped the other day, said he wants to finish his career with the Lakers. You can go ahead and talk about this before I do. What's your thoughts on that?
I mean, honestly, does he really have like any other choice? I mean, like, I mean, you're getting up there in age already. You know what I'm saying? I mean, just you moved around already, so I mean, just stay in Los Angeles. I know you're enjoying the life. You're making movies because you're over there. You know what I'm saying? Just I mean, just stay in Los Angeles and when your time is done, that's it. I mean, I don't think there's no need for him to go anywhere else anyway. So
Yeah, true.
unless it's New York.
Yeah, I mean, unless you teaming up and try to make a super squad with Curry, I think Lakers will probably be the best destination for him because he's going to attract teammates all the time anyway. So because he's LeBron, so
and more because he's in LA. So
yeah, so I don't really see another place for him to go if it's not back home and then retiring there. But I just think Los Angeles, for him to have a chance to get a ring every year, especially getting teammates, I think Los Angeles might be his last destination for him. So it's not a bad spot to stay, in my opinion.
mhm.
The next topic of discussion, we're going to be staying on the NBA. Colin Sexton is on the trade block. They linked a few teams. One of the teams is your team, the New York Knicks. They say they are in high pursuit of acquiring Colin Sexton. But other teams other than the Knicks are the Los Angeles Lakers, the Miami Heat, the New Orleans Pelicans, the Oklahoma City Thunder, and the Indiana Pacers. Out of all these teams, and let me know your thoughts on Colin Sexton as well. What team do you think he'll fit best?
Well, I like Sexton a lot. I think he'll give you the buckets. I think he's a good solid point guard. I think he'll give you at least 24. I see the rumors with him coming to the Knicks. I'll take him, but I just don't want to give up our young core, those guys. I think it's too much to be giving him Obi or Quickly and a first rounder. For that sense, I'd rather just stick to free agency, get somebody, at least Reggie Jackson, or at least somebody depends because Reggie Jackson wants $107 million. But somebody like that, or just sticking with trying to get Lonzo. Other than the Knicks, I think the perfect fit might be Miami for him. I think Dragic, his days might be done. I still think he's a solid point guard, but not just that person that he was before. And I just think Miami needs that main point guard duo. Well, actually, no, they'll have a trio with Butler, Bam, and Sexton. So I think Miami probably the best fit for him.
Yeah, especially if it's a contender team. If the Cavs really care for him, they'll put him on a contender. So I think, maybe the Heat might be a popular destination for him if it's not the Knicks due to the environment, because he is an environment type of guy. He likes the crowd hype and all that jazz. So, I mean, Miami, if you're going to contend, go over there with Jimmy. Dragic definitely needs a backup because whoever is the backup over there now currently isn't an answer. Plus, they don't know what they're getting out of Oladipo. Don't even know if he's staying there as well. So, I think Miami might be the best spot to land for him. Team USA is the next topic of discussion. Then we're going to hop into the Bucks versus Suns. Team USA is currently 1-2 in exhibition games. They actually just won yesterday. They beat Argentina. Luis Scola, the Rockets legend, was out there. He's like almost 50.
Yeah, I know. I couldn't believe when I saw him there. I was like, holy shit, that's Luke.
Yeah.
I mean, that's Scola. I'm like, wow.
Still hooping. He lost all his hair and everything. I was like, man. Are you worried about Team USA going into the real games?
Nah, not at all, man. There's no excuse of they're missing players because I still think even with that team that they have missing the players that they should be beating these other teams. But I mean, it just shows you, man. I think you have to give credit to these other countries, man. I think they're not as bad as there was years ago. You know what I'm saying? Years ago, it could just be one player, two players, and then you could just completely blow them out. I think now they're involved in the game of basketball all around the world, and it's showing that you can't take these guys lightly. I mean, in a sense, it's like when you're playing 2K, right? And you go to the park, you're a superstar. You play against some pros. You're like, it's an easy game. But, I mean, you could lose. You know what I'm saying? If you're taking your opponent lightly, you could lose. So I pretty much think that's just what's happening to them right now. But I think when the games come down to the actual games, they're going to know when to turn it up. And I see them just taking the gold.
Yeah, for sure.
But I mean, listen though, did you see a future Knicks legend over there in Argentina. My man
Who,
Luca.
Effie Udo?
No,
No, that's Nigeria.
Luca. No, his name is Luca Vildoza. I don't know if I'm saying it right, but his name is Luca Vildoza.
Yeah, signed him.
Yeah.
Okay. Nice.
I mean, my man was showing them dribblings. He had 3 threes. I'm like, okay. And they say he's an elite passer. So
His player comparison is Julius Randle.
no. I listen. All I'm saying is, I heard we got the real Luca.
Stop it! Stop it! Stop it! Let's relax. Let's relax.
That's all I'm saying. I heard we got the real Luca in New York. So let's.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Luca the rapper. Like they ain't no. You talk about the basketball player? Talk about the dude that be dancing on the back of the delivery trucks. That Luca.
Oh man.
Anywho, but yeah, I'm not worried about Team USA. Like Pop said, no team gets blown out in Olympic Games. Especially being an exhibition, these players have never played with each other really.
Mm-hmm.
So they're still learning. Plus, I think Pop's a great coach. I think he'll figure it out as well.
Easily.
Get a ball to Dame or KD and let them take over. I think those two guys can literally win the Olympics by themselves. Plus, we got a lot of bucket getters, but I think them two alone could definitely get us gold.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm not worried about it at all. I just give the other team credits, man. That's it.
Yeah, for sure, man. You got to give them credit. Patty Mills was out there going to work. Precious is a good defender. You seen the block he had. They had some young guys out there. I think one of those guys is NBA bound. He was a young guy out there.
I think
one of the guards for Nigeria.
Wasn't the guy from Philly on Australia? I think from Australia. Thibault, was that his name?
Yeah, Thibault probably.
Yeah, I think is.
They ain't even had Ben Simmons, which is crazy.
Yeah, I know. So
they probably knew. They was like, "Nah, you good." They like, "Bro, nah, you good." But on to the last topic of discussion: the Bucks versus Suns tonight. Can the Suns get the job done and take another game, or can the Bucks steal another one? They looked really good last game. They got the W. Giannis got his numbers. Everyone else filled in. Drew Holiday actually stepped up, which is shocking. But who do you got winning tonight?
Well, listen, I said it before. I have the Suns in 5. I expected. I had the Bucks winning that game, especially going back home, and they respond well when the back's against the wall. But in essence, it took the Bucks. Not only did it take Giannis, because Giannis is going to get his 30, maybe 35. I mean, that's given. That's what's going to happen. But the fact that that it took all the other players to shoot as efficient as they did to win that game, I don't think it's going to happen again. And I think Booker also responds. It feels like Booker, through all this playoffs, is like he had one bad game, then he has a good game, then he has a bad game, and then a good game. So, I mean, last game he only had like 10 points, I believe. So I think this game he's gonna come out. I think him and CP, I think honestly him and CP might closely give you 30 each tonight. I think they're just gonna come out, and honestly, I think the first couple minutes of the game is really gonna determine on how it's gonna go, because it seems like the Bucks, if they come out blazing hot like they usually do when they win games, then they're gonna win. If they come out going back and forth with the Suns, then I see the Suns pulling it out. So I got the Suns tonight.
Yeah, man. The Suns have to win this one. If they don't, the series is going to get really ugly soon. I think Giannis is going to get his numbers, of course.
Yeah.
But the Suns could have won last game. They had momentum and everything. They had the lead at the beginning. It just got out of hand towards the end. Even Cam Johnson, he had that post and everything, trying to get the momentum. But I just think it just wasn't enough to get it done. But I think tonight, if DeAndre Ayton can stay out of foul trouble, I think they have a very better chance of winning this game, because he was a really big piece of them, having that run and everything. And then when he got in foul trouble, they just started attacking the basket.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's pretty much it looked like that was pretty much the Bucks' plan was keep attacking Ayton and just try and get him in foul trouble, because I mean, honestly, he's the best defender on that team to guard Giannis. Anybody else that was guarding Giannis was just completely fooled. So So yeah, I think Ayton definitely has to try to stay out of foul trouble, and that's their best chance of stopping Giannis.
I do not want to see Booker on Giannis tonight. I seen it the other night. Totally embarrassing. You either have Bridges and Crowder switching. Even Ayton, you got to have them three rotating on Giannis, giving him a different look every time. Even though he's going to get the same Euro step completion every time, but just throwing different bodies that's not Devin Booker on him is going to give them a key. But I mean, the Bucks definitely have a chance of winning tonight, so there's no knock on them. They definitely have a chance if Chris Middleton and Drew Holiday step up. But I definitely want the Suns to win tonight for sure. But hey, man, we'll see how it goes.
Yep.
All right, you got your hot takes ready?
1 second. All right, yeah, I'm good.
All right. Go ahead, change this. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Coquito Hot Takes.
All right, man, let's go.
All right.
Are you ready?
Yes, sir.
So the first one, the Suns are the new NBA dynasty.
If they keep the team together. Yeah. But most of these guys could definitely leave after the success they had this year and try to get a bigger role elsewhere. But yeah, they can definitely be a new dynasty. Good coach in Monty Williams, good organization, great fan base. It's a good team in the West. If they keep it together, they could have even had a dynasty back when Nash, Amari, and Sean Marion and that team with Quinn Richardson, but they blew that up after that run. But, you know, if the Suns can keep this one together, I definitely agree with you.
Yeah, I know, and especially, and the best part about it is homegrown guys. You know what I'm saying? I mean, guys they drafted and just grew. So, I think definitely they can possibly attract another superstar. And then yeah, I think this team is most likely might be the new face of basketball. But like you said, mainly if they keep it together, because mainly these guys, they get a ring, and now, you know, after you get a ring, you're gonna get the bag somewhere else. So
yep.
So I mean, so let's see if that happens. All right, next one. LeBron won't make the finals for the rest of his career unless he makes a super team.
Yeah, I mean, the super teams is the wave at this point. But I mean, this is a new era with these two teams that we're seeing right now. But I'm definitely going to be expecting a lot of super teams next season. So especially with Klay Thompson and them coming back, you automatically qualify them. So maybe it might be look like that because LeBron has to get a super team. I mean, he's getting older too.
I don't think just him and AD is gonna take them to the finals, especially with how these teams are getting in the West. Yeah, I don't see it, buddy. And especially you're gonna retire Laker. Yeah, your run to the finals might be over.
Then they got the head coach making them stupid rotations. So
yeah, it's all right, next one. Prime D Rose over prime CP3.
Absolutely. You know where I stand at with CP3. Prime D Rose. This series would have been over if D Rose was playing in his prime. This series would have been over. Like, nobody on that Bucks team was stopping D Rose in his prime. Like, that D Rose was shooting threes. Like, that was the crazy part. Out there cashing threes. Like, they were just, I don't know, man. That D Rose was just a different breed, bro. Like, his athleticism was top tier.
He was.
Passed the ball. Man, what?
That guy was different. But I mean, listen, I know a lot of people that would take a prime CP3.
Well, you tell them to find me. I give him 50 big. Like, what? CP? Yeah, nah, bro. Give me D Rose. Nah, nope. Nope. Not doing it.
All right, man. This one you might be kind of a little shocked at this one right here, but Jason Tatum was the most improved player this season.
Wait, who won? Oh yeah. Randall did win that this year, didn't he?
Mm-hmm.
There was a bunch of players I would have took over Randall. You know my hot takes. But yeah, I mean, Tatum, he did improve. I think he had to step into that role too, though, being as though the situation it was in. But I mean, I was going to say Jeremy Grant though. Jeremy Grant was definitely.
So this is pretty much where I got this from. So I mean, I think Randall deserved that most improved, right?
Mm-hmm.
But why I say Jason Tatum as well was he went from he developed his game so much that he went from being like that consistent all-star to that superstar leap from one season to another. So that's why I think that's why I have him as the most improved, because he's pretty much the only one that went from an all-star straight to a superstar. And the way he developed that mid-range game is just completely deadly. His three-point shooting got way better. So I definitely had him as a most improved.
Oh, I don't disagree. I'm gonna shed a tear over here. Just you talking about that Duke player, just how he improved. It's just, oh my god. You could keep going and just mention Kennard. Go ahead. Grayson Allen too. Go ahead. You just making my day. Go ahead, keep going, man. Keep going. Keep going, man. Just keep going.
Nah, but yeah. Shout out to Tatum, man. Definitely for taking that superstar leap, man. And especially like you said, they needed that from him. So I mean, without that, I think the Celtics would have been. I don't even think they would have made the play-in tournament.
Nope, definitely wouldn't have. They wouldn't even won that one game against Brooklyn.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, two would get 50.
Yes, sir.
All right, last one right here. Bills versus Rams in the Super Bowl.
The Bills go to the Super Bowl?
Bills versus Rams in the Super Bowl.
Wow. Ooh, they beat the Chiefs and the Ravens? Yeah, wow. Man, I would like them to play us again in the playoffs. That's
that would be really good right there.
Oh man, we get another chance at life at playing the Bills, and we actually do it. Bills and Rams is not a bad Super Bowl. You know how I feel about the Bills, if you don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I definitely jumped through a table for them. Yeah, I like that Super Bowl matchup actually. Like I said, the Chiefs. Another thing I'll talk about the Chiefs after this, but yeah, I definitely can see that happening. That's a great matchup too. You got Diggs versus Jalen Ramsey. I don't know who's stopping Aaron Donald though. So
that will be two great defensive teams in the Super Bowl, which will be amazing to watch.
And if that happens, I go with the Rams to win that. To be honest,
yeah,
they got the better quarterback for sure.
I mean, that's another thing too. I mean, now you brought in Stafford, so I mean, let's see. Let's check back in a couple months and let's see where these two teams stand.
Yeah, man, for sure. That's definitely a good Super Bowl odd though. More about the Chiefs though. I was going to say is that with Frank Clark getting arrested today, Justin Houston might be on his way back to Kansas City because he's still a free agent.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah, so
I can see that happen. Oh, yeah. Now you say that, I feel we didn't. I don't know if you saw what Stephen A. Smith said
about. Did
you see what he said about Shohei Ohtani?
Oh yeah, about the interpreter and stuff.
Yeah, that was like it was messed up. Is somebody that uses, in a sense, he kind of uses the race and every hot take and like every trying to use it for every discussion or whatever they have on that show. So for him to come out and say that, like it was like how
yeah,
like how do you possibly how do you go there? Like I mean, baseball is probably one of the most sports that is diverse in every sense, and not only really that, is. I mean, Latin and American pretty much been the face of baseball for a long time. So it's
pretty much
it's nothing new to see somebody from another country be the number one person in baseball. So yeah, that was pretty well, but then again, I mean, it's from Stephen A. Smith, so I'm not surprised at all.
Yeah, like if you can go out there and do your thing, you don't need to learn. You don't have to know everything. In another country.
Yeah, I mean, I think your game on the field speaks more than what you're saying on the interview. But yeah, I mean, that just bothered me because it was like, man, somebody that uses the race card so much, like, how can you say something racist like that? And like, you just contradicting everything you ever said on the show. Like that doesn't. But
Before we
A
head
speak
out,
for you, man.
Stephen A, stay off the weed. Stay off the weed, Stephen A.
Exactly, man.
What we
'cause
doing here?
That was a terrible take, man.
Yeah,
That was
sure.
horrible.
That's messed up. You don't see me talking about Coquito on my Hot Take podcast. He knows his stuff, but he talked about Julius Randle every 2 minutes when the season was going on. Did I knock him? Yes. But he knew what he was talking about. They made the playoffs. I didn't think he was going to make it. But yeah, that's the show for today. You guys watch the playoff game tonight. They'll be playing at 9?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so Bucks versus Suns tonight. Appreciate everybody for tuning in on all platforms, actually. Both Twitch accounts and YouTube. Shout out to you guys for that. If you're watching the post stream, appreciate you as well. Follow us on Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, on all platforms, YouTube, Twitch as well. Appreciate your support. Any last words before I head up out of here, Coquito?
Let's go, Suns. Suns in 5.
Let's go, Suns. Suns in 5. Let's get it. Appreciate y'all, and we are out.
Yes, sir.